Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome to part 3 of my Leafgreen version walkthrough. And basically, I've kind of progressed in the game and forgot to record it. Well, I recorded it but deleted. So yeah, we've got the run and choose now, and all we're going to be doing is heading right through the city. If you want to heal up after the gym, you can. There's going to be a person standing right here, and if you talk to him, he'll actually give you the run and choose. So that's obviously pretty good. There's some trainers up here you can fight. I fought all these trainers just simply because it took about probably about 12 minutes of video. So I'm showing you where all the trainers are. The minute is one up here, one down here. This one isn't a trainer, don't worry. And you just jump down this ledge. You've got to love jumping down ledges. This guy isn't a trainer either. And this one isn't, and she isn't. But I'm going to heal up in the Pokemon Center, get some repels. So yeah, lucky it's pretty much Pokemon Center there, so I'll be right back, guys. Anyway, I'm back. Okay, so this is Mount Moon. If you want to heal up your Pokemon, get some repels, I probably should have bought some antidotes, but probably won't need them, hopefully. So yeah, this is Mount Moon. You can choose to go either left or right. You can even go left and get quite a lot of items, which you probably can if you really want to. There's not a maze, it's genuinely just follow the ladders and fight a trainer and probably get a decent item. But I'm just going to go straight through because I think that's going to take about 20 minutes of video recording. So yeah, I'm going to go straight through, fighting the first trainer here, and in Mount Moon. She has a Clefairy level 14. Clefairy is that... not Clefairy. Clefairy actually has some quite decent defense bonuses, so I reckon it's a pretty good Pokemon, to be fair. You can catch it here in Mount Moon, but it's actually quite rare to find. Other than that, you find Zubats. I'm not too sure about Geodudes in this cave, but I think you can find these. And you can find Jigglypuff in here as well. So yeah, that was last Iris, $224. I wish I did that for every time I beat someone in real life. Yeah, so you can either choose to move on, but we're going to pop down these ladders because these are the ones that you can actually follow through the game and actually get some decent items. So we're just going to follow down here. If you just follow me on the walkthrough, you should be fine. Now, you're actually going to find a Team Rocket grunt here, which is actually pretty cool because it actually starts introducing the Team Rockets into Leafgreen. And this is him here, and it's Team Rocket Grunt. They never have any names, do they? It's always, we'll have to name them. This one's Gary. No, not Gary, because our rival's Gary. This one's Peter. Yep, Team Rocket Grunt Peter. Anyway, Ember. Okay, it should knock out in one. Yep, okay, that's a one-hit KO. Basically, I've actually decided I'm not going to use GBPokeLad as much as I was because I've realised it's going to get a lot of training before the second gym, because the second gym, Cerulean City, is actually a water-type gym. The leader's Misty, as you may know from the actual TV episode series, online series TV, is actually the gym leader of that gym. She has a water type, and I believe she has a Staryu and Starmie. So yeah, Big Lad's not going to be quite a lot of use there, so it's going to get up some nice levels in here. Level 19 already, juicy. Team Rocket Peter's been defeated. You can actually watch your Pokemon, so if you want to like just get yourself ready before you invite him, and before you battle him, that's cool. There's actually a star piece up here, which is actually a pretty cool item which you can sell to shops for a quite high price. Oh, repels run out. Now, what I quite like in Black and White too, just a little addition here, they actually, when your repel runs out, it actually says, would you like to use another one? I actually think it's a brilliant input to the game because everyone just loves using repel, especially in caves where you only get Zubats and Geodudes. So yeah, this is actually Mount Moon, and you keep going up. There's a trainer over there, there's that like bald-headed man, and there's this guy here. Whoa, it's way bigger than I thought. Like, so this girl obviously clearly doesn't come into caves very often. And last Myraham, whatever her name is, has an Oddish, level 11, so that's actually pretty easy for Big Lad. Now I've realised I need to catch a different Pokemon other than GBPokeLad. This is simply because I already have a super effective against grass type. I need probably something super effective against water, so I'm probably going to get I might catch a Bellsprout and a you see, I don't really like Bellsprout that much. His evolution Weeping Bell isn't actually Victory Bell. Weeping Bell, where did I get that from? Victory Bell isn't actually that good. Very good defensive Pokemon, but not very offensive, and I'm more of an offensive man. Anyway, you want to pop down this ladder. This bit kind of just... Anyway, you can actually even go round him and even grab this. You don't even need to come up here. It's not mandatory that you come up here, but I reckon you definitely should, because the Moonstone can be very useful. So yeah, you want to hop around. I'm just going to fight him anyway. You got to have priority. You know what I said in my last video, if you actually watch my videos. You got to have priority. You have to speak to the trainer before they speak to you. You have to be the man. This is Team Rocket Grunt. We need a name. Team Rocket. This is Team Rocket Dave. Dave. That is the name of this Team Rocket Grunt. She's got a Zubat. Ember should take it out, no worries at all. So that should be all cool, all cool. Ekans is next. I'm not actually going to switch out and get some BirdLad some little XP before the gym. Obviously, I'm going to be doing some off-screen training. So if you start with a Charmander like I am, if you're trying to follow my footsteps and start with a Charmander, I would definitely recommend you catch a different Pokemon, such as maybe a Grass type or something that's not actually super effective against Water types. So yeah, I definitely recommend that. And please don't poison me because I've got no antidote. Wow. This game hates me. Wow. Great. Okay, that was actually unexpected because I wasn't expecting an Ekans. I can't actually remember. I haven't played this game in so long, but I remember like the basics of the story kind of thing, but I don't remember obviously exactly every Pokemon. That kind of sucks. Oh, he's got like a double whammy there. He's got like me poison and he's got me binded. Ooh. Some kinky shit from Ekans going down while there. Ignoring what I just said, BirdLad is now level 16. I should actually in my next video should be catching a new Pokemon, so make sure you look out for that one, which I'm going to be using more than I use BirdLad for. Obviously there's nothing else in this place here, so you just want to carry on, go back down to Mount Moon. That was just a little extra place, it wasn't mandatory that you go down there, but I recommend you go down there because it's quite a nice item up there. Another trainer. Did you come to explore the cave too? No, I just come here to take a shit and leave. What? Why would... I don't get trainers that say stupid stuff like that, but okay, whatever. So, oops, we have a Rattata now. So Ember should knock it out in one. Come on. Yep, okay, it's knocked out in one, so that's obviously a very good positive there. 121 XP for a Rattata, that's actually pretty high. It's going to have another Rattata. I don't get why people have two of the same species of Pokemon on their team, because if one's died, clearly the other one's going to die exactly the same way, especially if it's exactly the same level. I was going to switch out to BirdLad then, but I thought, no I won't, because he's poisoned. Ember should hopefully take this Zubat out in one. God, yeah, Big Lad is actually bossing out this whole cave basically. So yeah, I reckon by the end of this cave we should get to level 20. He's going to get near level 21 I reckon, because we're actually like pretty much 3/4 of the way of the cave through, so... Yeah, this bloke is walking around, but sometimes when I walk around they're just people who are not a trainer, but this guy actually is a trainer. So you want to fight him. He's going to have 2 Geodudes and an Onix as far as I remember. Yeah, there's 1 Geodude. I'm actually going to use Metal Claw because I learnt from the first gym. Well, I didn't learn, but I remembered that Steel is actually super effective to ground. So that's one of the combinations you wouldn't probably expect, but yeah, that's definitely one to pick up on. So he's going to use Defense Curl, nothing new from Geodude there, obviously, because Geodude pretty much only really knows Defense Curl at his early stages, and Tackle, which I wonder why he doesn't use Tackle, because Geodude's defense is actually rock solid, and get it, rock solid, and his offense actually isn't that bad. Smoke Screen at level 20 for a Charmeleon if you're interested. I'm definitely going to get rid of Growl, because Growl doesn't really suit my fancy. To be fair, I don't actually use like defensive moves like Growl, Tail Whip. I don't even use Smoke Screen that much, but I'd rather have something that lowers their accuracy than lowers their attack. So, because it's always like a positive. Because if you have a sound attack and you use it, it's more likely they can actually miss more than once. If you use a Growl, it's just going to basically lower their attack by like 1 or 2 little points. So I don't think it's worth it as much as it is Smoke Screen. So I definitely recommend you take another Growl if you haven't already, or if you haven't taught him a TM that you've got. So yeah, just use a Scratch. Got a bit cocky there, my bad, probably shouldn't do that again. Anyway, was his name Marcos? I'm pretty sure it's spelled oh yeah, Marcos. Or maybe it's Marcos. I'm pretty sure Marcos is spelled with a U, not an O. Anyway, I wasn't actually going to use... I was going to use Metal Claw, but I thought, no, I'm actually not. I'm going to use Ember, just because I think Ember's more powerful than Metal Claw. And Metal Claw actually has a higher chance of missing than Ember does. I believe... I know definitely in the new game it's about 80% hit, and it's not actually that powerful, it's probably about 40-50 power. So kind of not a great move to have, but it's not that bad I guess. Okay, oh, I didn't actually see that item up there, sorry. So we're just going to pop up, get this item. It is a Moonstone. Very, very useful later on in the game, especially if you want to evolve a Nidorino into a Nidoking, or a Jigglypuff into a Wigglytuff, or a... I can't remember the other one, but there's definitely one more. So yeah, I used to think, was it just me? You can't tell me it's just me, but if you follow my footsteps here guys, by the way, there's a Team Rocket Grunt, which you need a name for. Oh damn, I forgot about the priority. He got priority. But we get to choose his name, so we're all cool. Right, Team Rocket. This is Jimmy, Team Rocket Jimmy, that is definitely his name. Okay, and anyway, back to my story. I was going to say, everyone else, did anyone else used to think, obviously you have Umbreon and you have Espeon. I used to think a Moonstone used to do Espeon, and I don't think a Duskstone was available back in Leafgreen times, but I never knew how to get an Umbreon anyway. But I always used to thought, oh yeah, Moonstone, I'm going to get an Eevee, I'm going to get an Espeon straight away. And I used to get the thing that you say like not available. I was like, oh shit. So yeah, that was just a quick little story that I used to think, and we've just actually caned Jimmy. So yeah, moving on now. Oh, thank God for that. At least the poison goes away, and that little diddle in the background, because that really sometimes it's not. It can't just be me that gets annoying. Ah, repels went out. Sadly, we can only buy normal repels at this point in the game. I reckon they shouldn't actually limit the repels that you can buy earlier in the game, simply because you're not actually gaining anything, kind of thing. It's not like a potion where you can actually buy a super potion, which is better. It's just for repels. I mean, it's just for stopping wild Pokemon, which kind of sucks. But anywho, we're gonna go out with a Metal Claw here on a Rattata. Ah, it missed. Hyper Fang. Bloody hell, that Rattata learnt Hyper Fang quite early. I didn't know it learnt that early on. I thought only Raticate knew that. But yeah, Hyper Fang's actually not a bad move considering it's Rattata. That's actually a pretty good move, to be fair. I would recommend it if you actually have a Rattata, but I also do not recommend having a Rattata on your team just because its defense is sugar, its attack is not very great, and it's just an all-round not very good Pokemon, to be fair. Even Raticate, the evolved form of Rattata, isn't a great Pokemon either. It's not too bad early on in the game, I guess, but later on in the game you regret training it and wasting XP on it, which I sort of have with BirdLad, but he's always good for Fly, I guess, and obviously the second gym. But after the second gym I probably won't be using him, to be fair, because I don't know, I don't really see much use. Yeah, you can actually go up and he just stops you and you have a battle with him. This is actually Super Nerd Miguel. Miguel? No, I think it's Miguel. He has a Grimer. Grimer's actually high in special defense and normal defense, so you're gonna find some troubles here actually killing it if you actually try offensive moves. So yeah, Grimer's actually not a bad Pokemon to actually have. Muck is a very defensive and very offensive Pokemon, just obviously low speed, but it adds up. Why did I use Scratch? Poison Gas, are you actually serious? Wow. And I don't even have any antidotes left. Wow. Actually, there's an antidote in this cave, I think. If you, after this little story bit that we're going to be doing, and I think if you go round, there's an antidote there. I probably should have got that. Oh well. Anyway, this guy's going to probably, this Voltorb's not very good defense, so I'm just going to knock out him one with an Ember. 20 HP left. Oh, almost level 22. So yeah, and basically he's going to say take one fossil. Now, to be fair, you can take either fossil, whatever your priority or whatever you really fancy. But I don't actually care because I actually never used the fossil anyway, so it doesn't actually bother me. But he takes one of the fossils, you take one of the fossils. You can't have both of the fossils unless you do some illegal trading or some shit. But you can only ever have one of the fossils. And here's the antidote I was on about, so I'm just going to heal up. I didn't mean that. I'm just going to heal up Big Lad here with an antidote, even though this is near the end. But if he faints, I'm just going to be so wound up because it would take me all the way back, and I have to go back through the cave again. Anyway, I don't really get those. I think it should take you straight out, but whatever. Anyway, this is Route 4, obviously Mount Moon to Cerulean City. We've actually made it through the cave, and if you followed me, which is pretty cool, you'll actually make it out quite quickly. Now these two guys are actually really cool, to be fair. Earlier in the game you can learn some decent moves, and this guy on the left will teach you Mega Punch, and the guy on the right will teach you Mega Kick. Now, I'll compare them, but I'm definitely going to get Mega Punch instead of Smoke Screen because Mega Punch is just a great move. All right, it's got a very high PP, and it's just a great move. Just a little low on the accuracy, but it's a good move. Anyway, this guy over... Oh, I didn't mean to speak to him again. Anyway, this guy will teach you Mega Kick. Now, some people would be like, oh my god, why don't you learn Mega Kick? It's so much better. But, if you actually have a look at the different positive and negatives. Now the positives of having a Mega Punch, it has 20 PP, 80 power and 85 accuracy, and a Mega Kick only has 75 accuracy and 120 power and 5 PP. So I'd rather keep 20 PP, 80 power, which is a lot of power, and 85 accuracy, just for dropping just 10 accuracy, which could actually just like 3 out of 4 times. So yeah, I'd rather constantly have 20 instead of 5. So I'm gonna keep Mega Punch there, but that's a personal opinion. But to be fair, it's whatever you prefer. Yeah, it's actually a Pokeball up here. Let's see what this is. TMO5 Roar. Now that basically just sends the other opponent out, and it brings out another Pokemon from the what's the player called? Trainer's Party. Or if you're in a wild battle, it just flee from battle. So yeah, this has actually been a constructive video. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Have a good one.